At this point, yeah, the massacre is still happening, but now, and a lot of people, what they didn't know was that someone was coming out. There was a huge spike. Land was starting to form once again, and no one knows yet, but they will learn later on. At first, and it was pretty big. It's not that big, but it's pretty big. So big that they don't even know it exists yet. And anyone who saw that, they came crazy, but they were never lying. It was true. There was a flood that happened here. This later on create this. There's been and after that there has been many earthquakes that have been showing up in the area. Many actually. And here we can see that land was starting to get formed already. Rain, after some pouring rain, there has been a pretty big amount, and at this point it's still Age of Wonders. And yeah, and we also have, and the Poon is still just doing their thing, but they are gonna move here. Word. People have, at this point, the area things are starting to freeze now. We already have the first ever natives living in the land. They were usually just merchants and didn't really tell anyone about it. But it will soon change later on when more colonies are already built. Unbelievably, people quickly found out and start creating colonies in this area. And why not? It's literally a beauty. The only scene is like a fantasy, you know. They only see these beauties in stories about this glorious land that sank, and they realize that this is very possible. I just want people are now writing things down now. Just so they won't forget about stuff like this. The beauty is great, and it was pretty good, but it was just the beginning. As soon as the government has heard about this, they start really doing it, and now people are getting paid to get into these and head to these areas. And colonies such as the ones from Kingdoms of Nos was one of the pioneers, that was one of the settlers in the area. And that now after moving in, they already started to terraform the area a bit. Actually, no, they didn't, but I like to think they do. We also have not, but this is different too. It's more natural actually. There's random volcanoes everywhere. Yeah, random volcanoes. And at this point, one of the major pioneers was the cocoon after getting some new immigrants. After some stuff, they decided to move away, let's just say. And when they moved away, they decided to join one of them and technically became, and they don't know who to become, but they remember Four Courts was which is one of their favorites, so they really just joined them. And after this, they were sent into a big expedition across the sea to this island. And first they go through they had to do this, and now they got and actually they decided to create their own country. The realm of Ming in the Udi of Hieroglyph, but Udi of Hieroglyph literally ended up becoming it's a bit useless. So now they all join Roman Ming. After some fighting, and now they create a colony. The Rosie Kingdom was angered how they took all the largeness. They decided to do something about it. So what they did was they technically decided to actually no, they didn't do that. They did some thinking, and now they are part of the Rosie Empire. After being part of the Rosie Empire, they finally have formed. They decided to form a settlement there, and it was known as Immortal, because how most of them in this area are they have the most immortal people in this area. Like, look at that. Only two non-immortal stuff, and they're not doing anything. They start establishing settlements around, and we learn this.